What's going on, Throne Army? Joe here, and today in the cage we're going to be checking out the newest offering from Under Armour Lacrosse, and that is the Command Low. We were fortunate enough to get this a few days ahead of release, and we also showed you guys how to dye it with this marble. If you didn't check that out yet, definitely see that video in the top right-hand corner. Once it was dyed up, we strung it up with the fiber system in cobalt, onyx, and diamond. Looks pretty sick to me, and we threw it on a titanium shaft. Definitely can be a, in the running for my stick for Prague this year. So let's get to it. Got some fresh balls here from Lacrosse Ball Store. As always, gonna check the hold, some vertical, horizontal, and then we go to the release, see kind of the whip it's gonna have, and that's got some grip on that brand new ball for sure, which is probably because of this kind of shortened face they have, but might be all right. A few quick passes. Did we put a screw in this? We did put a screw in this because we've done that many times in our career of testing out lacrosse sticks. We throw it at the goal. All right, so it's got a little more whip than I would like. It is legal. Let's go far. Yeah, it's got a little too much whip, per usual with any stick that I first use, because I like no whip my sticks. So we're gonna adjust that real quick. Kobe. Shooters seem pretty good, even though the stick isn't illegal. I'm gonna tighten up the throat to take a little bit of the depth out of the pocket, which should alleviate some of that extra whip to it. The Command's pretty pinched and pretty low, so it can get kind of severe in terms of its release pretty rapidly, but it does have a ridiculous nice channel to it. I don't know if you can see it from that far, but I think this will be better. As you can see now, nice and smooth, not coming back at me. Yeah. Yeah. There we go, we good to go, we good to go. All right, I think we're gonna do our usual overhand, top right. We'll see where we're at with some accuracy. Going back to a metal shaft after messing around with a few different carbons, so my stroke might be a little bit behind, so we might have to work on that. Nope, we good, we good. Bag it, I'll take it, Chris. Good to go. So that felt really good, nice and solid, especially on a tightened shaft, not getting any unwanted flex, stiff head, nice smooth pocket, no whip. It's gonna lead us to good stuff. I likes it. I likes it. There's a helicopter currently coming overhead. Wait for the helicopter. So standing still overhand felt great. Let's get a little movement. We're gonna go far side. All right. All right, let's get a few sidearms in here. Ooh. Felt good, just a little wide. This is the issues I'm gonna have without having that flex shaft. I'm gonna have to aim a little bit more, so the ball's releasing a little bit early. Man, ooh, that went through. That was scurry. That was scurry. All right, one more. Oh, almost hit me right in the, you know what. You're going in the go, bud. Joseph. Both pipes. All right. Just gotta hit the sidearm, man. You know, I never shoot sidearm ever. Just wanna get it. There we go. I like it. I like it. Retrieval. I feel like a golden retriever. Next main thing I want to test out is the idea of the low. I mean, as you can see, there's a huge hole side here, really no top brace. It's going to make the head a little bit flexier, especially on the ground. It should lay pretty flat. So I want to test two things, kind of how quick the release is. I mean, I think it's really meant for an attackman, that low pocket, but with the low pocket, you also want to get a nice quick release to it. And that really, the measurement in there is for where the lowest part of the pocket is to how far up it is to the top of the head. They seem like they nailed it in terms of like that straight kind of trajectory. It looks like it would work pretty solid. I just want to make sure, like, when I'm loading out time and space, it's, any stick that we string up is going to feel good. Just want to make sure in tight and kind of quick releases if I don't feel like it's getting dragged in the stick at all, which would kind of defeat its face shape. So we're just going to get probably a few quick shots in and we'll see. It actually feels really good. I know exactly where the ball is. And then when I come out of the stick, it's almost quicker than I actually want it to be. Yeah. So I'm aiming 2 inches down and 2 inches in. Let's see if I get it this time. There we go. So I dropped my foot where money. The release is definitely quick. I would even say quicker than what I think it's gonna be. Because the pocket is so low. I think that's because the return is pretty flat. There's not any kink in it like we saw with the Wolf Athletics head. And it goes where you want it to go. Now the other thing I'm a little concerned about with the shape is then gonna be ground balls for 2 reasons. The scoop's gonna kind of bow a decent amount if you're pushing into a ground ball. That's gonna flatten out your pocket, which in theory makes it easier to pick up. But I've noticed a lot of times, this is not how ground balls normally work in the world of lacrosse. Try to get a little bit more creative with them, pulling it back, doing what I need to do to get out of traffic. So I usually like a head that has a higher return because then the ball can go to the deepest part of the pocket quicker, which allows you to kind of pick things up and do things a little bit more creative. And I could just tell just from doing a few bad form one-hand scoops that the ball kind of wants to sit in the top of the stick. And you could also blame it on the way I strung it, but I mean, the shooters are pretty high. Could drop them down another row and still keep it NCAA legal, but this is what the pocket that this head wants. So when you really go into it, you might have a little bit issue on ground ball pickup, especially if you put a really low pocket in this. But again, attackmen really aren't known for getting all the ground balls. So one thing that is the down draw of a low head, you'll have great hold, great accuracy, not as much power as you would get from a high pocket, but the 2 trade-offs are gonna be ground balls and release time. The release feels awesome. In conclusion, I really like the newest offering from Under Armour. It has some things it can improve on, but its overall identity I think is very sound and it plays to that identity. I like the idea of having a command line and then a specific head kind of for each style of play. So I kind of believe this is the first iteration of that for an attackman with that really low pocket, kind of more of a scooped face shape, giving you kind of more of a ball handling stick above anything else. In terms of stringing, I think it strings phenomenal. The head isn't the best looking head in my opinion, but once you string it up, it's got a look, it's got an aggressive look to it. You can definitely see where the goals are gonna come from, as Chris would say. It strings up and performs better than it looks, in my opinion, out of the box. Its shortcomings for me is not having that higher brace to it. I could see that kind of leading to some issues down the line in terms of durability, and also when you're shooting, if it's hot out, the head's gonna have a little bit more travel than you would like, as it would right now in about 48-degree Fahrenheit weather. I see what they were going with, considering the Command was a much more beefier head. I think they kind of took all the things that people nitpick the Command for and really focused on the Command low to solve those, which I don't think was the best idea, but I like it from them. You can kind of see their evolution from pretty much all of their heads up until the Command. Like, they weren't as serious lacrosse heads as the Command in this is. So I definitely applaud them for their effort. For a $100 head, it's hard for me to get to that price point. If you're in love with Under Armour or like the look or feel with it, totally. I just think for $100, there's other heads out there that are a little bit more advanced in terms of kind of the all-around package. They're not really trying to find that identity. They have it, they've solved it, they've iterated on it. But seeing Under Armour come in and kind of listen to people and give us the Command low, you got to applaud them for that. And the bottom line, it is a unique feeling head. It's not just another head that they say is for an elite attackman. I like where the pocket placement is. I like that quick release. I like the ball feel. The scoop is pretty nice. It's just kind of, it gets kind of flat. It definitely is a different style playing head that I think performs to exactly what they want to. And actually I think a little bit more, especially when you string it up with the fiber system. It just, it was slanging for me, as all I'll say. I really liked it, and I think I might continue to actually use it. Just the ground balls I got to get used to. That's a big part of my game, and if I can't have confidence that I'm going to get that ball 100% of the time, it's on to the next stick. As always, let me know what you think of the command low in the comments below. If you guys dig the video, please throw it a like, and also subscribe to Throwing Lacrosse to not miss the next episode. That's everything. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Joe from Throwing Lacrosse, and I'll see you on the field. All right. Where do you want it, Chris? Where do you want it? Well, I missed it on purpose last time. All right, what do you want to see? Some of these. So, low to high, right in the corner. Woo!